Hi folks! You know, I wanted to do this outside today, but it's so windy, the audio quality would be even worse than usual. So we're in my broom closet of an office today. It's been a little busy around here. Spring break for the kids, lots of volunteering at church, home projects, I'm writing a book, and recently I discovered that you can use AI to create games. It's an amazing time to be alive. But enough about all that. How about you guys? Hey, if you're new here, my name is Mike and I retired at age 41. If you're interested in hearing about early retirement from someone who's done it and is passionate about personal finance, please consider giving a like and subscribe. I appreciate it and it helps the channel out. So today, finally, a question. Yes, from Wildberry Pop-Tart I9I gave us Retired at 41's very first Q&A question. You ready for it? Here it is. Question. Since you have retired early, and I assume are living off of the money invested, what is your drawdown strategy? How are you moving money out of your investments and living on them? Are you doing the 4% per year in one lump sum and then budgeting for the year at once? Or are you doing a few shares each month being sold off to live on? Great question. Questions, actually. Let's start at the top. Yes, I am living off of money invested. My income comes from two sources, investment properties and my IRA. About 21 years ago, we started investing in a few rental properties around town. The short version of that story is that we currently own four fourplexes, one of which is fully paid off, and the other three are well on their way to being mortgage-free, likely in the next 5 years or so. So 4-unit buildings, that's 16 rental units, if my math is correct, that when properly managed have helped significantly along the path to early retirement. At the beginning of every month, I essentially get a paycheck from the property manager, and it's great. Some months are better than others, but I can safely say that that I would have worked longer without real estate in the portfolio. As an aside, I treat real estate as my bonds part of the portfolio, which is just another reason why I'm super comfortable with 100% of my equities in a total market fund like VTSAX. Anyway, my second source of income is my IRA. When I retired at 41, I rolled my entire 401k into a traditional IRA. That's free, by the way. I chose Vanguard to do it because I really like the impact that their founder, Jack Bogle, had on the average investor, mainly his invention of the index fund. And they had my favorite fund, VTSAX. The IRA just reinvested and grew for years until last year I started something called a 72T, or SEPP, Substantially Equal Periodic Payment. It's one of the few ways to access your qualified retirement funds without paying the 10% penalty. You still need to pay tax, just not the penalty. The 72T alone is probably worth a separate video. It's not for everyone. It's for a very narrow band of people, actually, but I fit the bill, and I love it. I started my 72T for two reasons. Number one, because I knew we were getting close to buying a house and the kids' education expenses were increasing, and frankly, I was just tired of not being able to access my own account. Yeah, your account, that's your money. Number two, that money must come out eventually. You ever hear of RMDs, required minimum distributions? They start when you are around 75. The IRS makes you take out an ever-increasing percentage of your IRA every year until it's gone. IRAs are not designed to last forever. The IRS needs their pound of flesh, and eventually that's how they get it. And also, if I had just left my IRA alone to simply reinvest in itself until I was 75, it would be pretty large, and RMDs at that point would absolutely put me in the higher tax brackets, and I prefer the lower tax brackets. Thank you very much. So this is my second year of doing a 72T. So 2 distributions so far. And you know what? The balance is actually higher now than when I started. That's the kind of retirement strategy I can get behind. Live off the distributions and have the principal grow a little bit. It's like being a dairy farmer versus a cattle rancher. Why kill the golden goose, right? When I turn 59 and a half in about 12 years, oh, that's scary, the 72T process will stop, and then I will directly convert a portion of the remaining IRA into my Roth IRA. By the time I'm 75, RMDs on my IRA shouldn't be an issue, as I'll have hopefully moved most of it out by then. My personal endgame is to have 100% of my equities in my Roth IRA, where it will continue to grow tax-free and be tax-free on any distribution for as long as I'm around. So that should last until I croak at the age of 120 or so, right? So I get investment property monthly, or income monthly, and then I set up the 72T to provide income annually. You had asked about the 4% strategy. I think the 4% rule is excellent when planning for retirement. It just simplifies things. If you can't retire right now using this metric, you probably shouldn't retire, at least not yet. Keep going until you can easily live off the 4%, live off of 4% of your equities. Plan for the worst, right? In reality, with my rental income, my real withdrawal rate is probably closer to 2%, which is ultra conservative, but I'm okay with this. Always good to build in safety margin, right? I'd love to be 100% transparent here and use my real numbers, but I've got family and friends that watch this channel, and at least right now, that would be really weird to lay it all out there. So I hope the things that I am sharing, strategies and percentages, are helpful. For budgeting, I prefer monthly, as that's how I used to get my paychecks before I retired, so I'm used to that cadence. I still track spending just to make sure I'm not driving off a cliff. My annual 72T distributions are in January, but all I have to do is just divide that by 12 to get a monthly number for the budget. So hopefully that answers that question. And hopefully that answers all of the questions. So that's it for today. What are your thoughts on doing Q&As like this? Is it helpful? Should we do this again? If more questions come in, that might just be a new regular part of this channel. Please let me know down in the comments. And if you have any more questions for me, just ask down below as well. Thank you for your time. Take care, and remember to do your best and forget the rest. Peace!